Alright, so we on the move while making a move. Or should it be the other way? We're making a move while on the move. Not too sure. But we are on our way to the park, man. It's time to get some reads done. Energy's been primed all night. So yeah, man, I'm on the second season of The Terror. I finished the first season. And it was an interesting ending. I won't spoil it for those out there that haven't already watched it. So I'm on the second season. I'm actually halfway through the second season. I'll be finishing it up later tonight, or probably maybe when I get back home. I might skip a nap and finish watching it. Probably another 3 hours to go or something like that. But yeah, man, time to get some storytelling done. Time to channel some energies from the divine. You know, if I can't get any sleep, or if I'm just gonna keep hearing this noise in my head, obviously there's messages that we put out. My energies is really strong right now. I had a pretty good day yesterday, though. That's probably what it was, some type of spiritual download or something like that. You know, when everyone focuses on one single aspect or one single energy at once, the collective energy, it starts to shift a little bit. That's why it works like that, man. See, people don't realize it's like, and I'll try to explain multiple things. I was actually supposed to be explaining how the sea was split and the people were able to cross through the water in the Bible. Not sure who it was. Was it Moses that split the ocean? But we have people, man, they don't really believe that Reiki works. They don't really believe that there are psychics and intuitives and spiritualists that walk among them all the time and that have actually mastered these energies, or going through their spiritual transformation, going through their spiritual walk or their spiritual journey. You know, some people, I'm not going to say all, because money holds value in some people's eyes. You know, people chase money their entire lives. People chase love their entire lives. And there's people that have higher purpose in life that have to chase them their entire lives. There's even gods and goddesses that chase things for eternity, for infinity, forever. So a lot of these messages and a lot of these divine energies are interpreted from somewhere. We don't have to think about it again as some far off planet, because we're pretty much all created from stardust. Again, I spoke about Earth it's not gonna be here at some point. And you think about an explosion, or you think about, and that's the crazy part, because a volcanic eruption is just more earth being spewed out from the Earth's core, being spewed out onto open land. But it's just Earth is going to be gone one day. People are still going to be here, butterflies. Or they might be on a different planet. There might be a second Earth, or Earth might have a rebirth itself. But we create these things all the time here. When a hammer hits in these steel factories, when a hammer hits steel, or they're crushing and melding these materials together, it's the same thing. There's rocks up in space, you know, they crash into each other over and over, creating explosions and big bangs, just like how they say the Big Bang was created. It was a giant explosion. And again, Earth's probably going to break into pieces, or something's probably going to hit Earth, or Earth is just going to slowly deteriorate over time, and whatever was left of the old Earth is going to be struck by something, or is going to bounce off into another rock and create another explosion, and another form of life, and another form of, Earth was known as the water planet until it died off, and as it's floating through space in its weakened, raisin, barely any water state, it crashed into another planet that was probably somewhere else that had a certain other type of quality to it, and they collided and created a new type of Earth spore or something like that. It's just like a man's sperm or seed coming in contact with a woman's seed in her womb. But that's the creation, man. And again, people don't believe that Reiki affects them. Oh man, there's birds sitting over in my spot. They don't realize that people can shoot energy through a device or a screen. I mean, it's just like when you go to a movies and you're affected by a movie and it has you crying, or it has you laughing, or it has you afraid. Just like you sit in front of a Reiki master like me, as I'm talking to you like this, you can feel energy through whatever device. Because I mean, time is fluid. I mean, it really has to do with space and how fast we can shrink space or expand space. And the space is always expanding. New Earths, new planets are always being created as these planets collide and different energies and spores come in contact with each other. Somebody's going to leave planet Earth with some type of germ stuck to the bottom of their shoe, and they're going to walk on the moon or walk onto Mars or something like that and release germs onto that planet. That's where we get stories like Spider-Man and the symbiote that comes from outer space and all these different things. Movies like Aliens and Predators and all this types of stuff. You never know what's out there, man. X-Files was pretty interesting for its time. But yeah, man, as I go more and more into it, I can sit in front of you and do my weird hand gestures and do all these different things. And it may make you feel a certain way. Like you will deny that it's going to heal you or it's going to help you. But you can't sit there and deny the fact that it makes you call me out of my name, call me stupid. It makes you feel envious. It makes you feel angry. It might even be soothing to some people. Some people aren't the type of people to go outside and communicate with all these different people. So they channel through the 4D. And they probably have a whole bunch of subscriptions with a whole bunch of different people that they like to watch or communicate with on a daily basis. Light beings, people that communicate through ones and zeros and things like that. See, it goes deeper and deeper into it. So yeah, man. I'll put you into an altered feeling where you want to call me names, or a feeling where you want, or I can produce this calming nature that makes you feel calm while watching me. It's like a therapeutic vibe or a therapeutic session. So energy is real. Time and space is valid, but it's fluid. I mean, what really connects us is what really connects us. Things that we can't even see. So I want to kind of talk about, man, I had another epiphany about that old splitting of the sea with Moses and things like that. And it was a whole thing about him leading people or leading. And I'm not a whole Bible thumper, but we hear these things all the time. I can conversate or I can debate people on so many different things that I came across in my life that other people aren't able to stand across from me and debate with me about. Or just learn and conversate about things. So leading people through the desert or leaving people out of slavery and them complaining the whole time, causing a ruckus the whole time. It even says it in the scriptures, you know. He was trying to lead people to the Holy Land, and it was people, you know, worshiping idols and doing all types of crazy stuff, dancing on tables naked and all this other types of stuff, getting overly drunk and all this stuff. And it came to a point where God just wanted to kill everyone, but Moses interceded, of course, you know. And God was like, all right, you know, all the people that's been alive and that's been living, that had their lives to live and created, you know, all these different laws or whatever the case may be, just they had their chance to live. So they're not going to be welcome into the new world. Only the greatest of the teachers, only the young people are going to be able to be allowed into the new world. And, you know, Pharaoh chased them through the desert, and Moses opened up the water, and people are reading this book like, how the heck did he split the sea? When it's really, again, having the faith of the mustard seed and being honest with yourself and standing on your own truth, regardless of what other people tell you. Other people might be afraid of you. You might be afraid, but you don't let fear stagnate you. God told you to walk through the ocean, and he's going to split the ocean apart for you. So it's standing on your own truth, standing on your own faith, knowing without a shadow of a doubt who you are at the end of the day. And if there's going to be people that's going to try to follow you, and those that don't stand on the righteous path will be drowned. They'll be drowned out. You can't hear them. I mean, really, in the middle of the night, in the middle of the ocean, who can really hear someone yelling for help? So that's what the whole thing was. And it's, you know, it's just, even with technology, people that, like older people from the older generation, they don't know how to use technology. They don't know how to have the new faith that's required in order to walk through that hypothetical ocean. That's all it is. If you're understanding what I'm saying, walking through the ocean and having that faith where he split the ocean and he's able to walk through it, and God's like, okay, the people that lived out of their life and that created all this iniquity in the world, they're not allowed. It's the same thing as the new technology. Man, these 2-year-olds know how to flip these cell phones and these laptops and all these mobile devices to do all types of crazy things. But that's your grandma or grandpa to do that. They can't do it. So it's the same thing as someone not being able to swim versus people that actually took the time, that know how to back swim, front swim, freestyle, all that types of stuff. Doggy pedal. Can you at least doggy pedal? Like, do you at least have, you see some 50, 60, 70, 80-year-olds with it, at least they have a Facebook page. But they're not traversing all these different realms, all these different portals, all these different websites and stuff like that. They don't know how to get on TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat and all this types of stuff. So hopefully I put it in a more easy way for people to understand or discern. Again, I'm not trying to turn Bible stories or flip people's religion on their head, or try to be like, oh, the Bible's not fake. Because again, there's things in the Bible that we all need, that we should all be cherishing at the end of the day, and things from other sacred texts as well. The thing is why do you need a Bible or a book outside of you to tell you what's already inside of you? Like, again, imagine walking down the street, trying to live life now, walking down the street with your face in a book. You're trying to cross a four-way street with your face in a book, or trying to cross a four-way street with your face in a cell phone. Yeah, I mean, video is better than, I mean, we think about it. Some people don't like to read, some people do like to read. And even people that like to read like to have visuals. So again, we're evolving from what we had over 1,000, 2,000 years ago, when people weren't able to take pictures and video. Now, they have picture videos to go with our words and the stories that we're telling, whether it's truth or fiction, or whatever your perception of right and wrong, good or bad, truth or fiction is. So again, 1,000 years from now, people are gonna have video to go with the audio. 11:11, spiritual awakening, spiritual expansion. So hopefully you understood what I was saying about these different Bible stories and these different Bible scriptures, and what's actually going on now in the 3D plane, the 4D plane, going into the 5D plane. Some of us understand it. You have middle school kids that's able to hold a seminar and teach adults 3-4 times their age, because they already understand these things. Again, your grandparents and your great-grandparents don't understand the new technology, the new faith, what's required to split the ocean and walk through it without a shadow of a doubt. And everyone that's lived their life, or everyone that claims they knew, you know, all the Rothschilds and whoever, it's crazy how all the world is run by old motherfuckers and rich people that think that they have the power and they have the wealth, or at least they try to control people. But that's it for me. Catch you on the next one, man. I got reads to do. Peace.